Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang making comments just a short time ago about that company's recent investment in OpenAI. Christina Partsenevelos joining us now with these headlines. What do we know?
Well, Jensen Huang making news, like you said, specifically at the Morgan Stanley Tech Conference. The Nvidia CEO saying that $30 billion is likely as far as his company goes when it comes to investing in OpenAI. He said, quote, "The opportunity to invest $100 billion in OpenAI is probably not in the cards." And the reason for his statement is that OpenAI is heading towards an IPO, potentially by year-end, which would close the window on private investment at that scale. NVIDIA's CEO also called this, quote, "the last time NVIDIA will have the chance to invest in a company like it." Worth noting, though, this comes after, maybe we can say, a rocky stretch. Reports earlier this year suggest the original $100 billion deal had stalled. Remember, we talked about it on air back in November. Today's comments suggest the two sides have maybe settled on a cleaner, simpler structure. And it's not just OpenAI. Jensen Huang also said NVIDIA's $10 billion bet on Anthropic will, quote, "probably be its last investment there, too, also ahead of an expected IPO." The era of NVIDIA writing these massive checks to the AI labs, its supplies may be coming to an end, and the public markets are about to...
It may seem unbelievable, but 3 years ago, NVIDIA's stock was trading for less than $15. Given that the stock is now much more expensive, that fact is unexpected. This business, which leads the market for artificial intelligence, AI chips, has been one of the main forces behind recent S&P 500 increases. In fact, the stock has amazed investors over the last 3 years, rising more than 1,100% to over $180. NVIDIA's success has a straightforward explanation. Because of its position in the AI chip market, its earnings have grown dramatically every quarter. NVIDIA generated a record-breaking $68 billion in sales in the most recent one. That's a rise of 73% from the previous year. It's reasonable to wonder if NVIDIA's stock will reach $300 in 2026 given this pace. Let's investigate. As previously said, NVIDIA has had an irrepressible positive earnings story, and there are reasons to believe that this trend will continue. In the most recent quarter, the business mentioned continued high demand, which may be supported going forward by a few factors. First, cloud organizations are investing to expand their infrastructure during a significant investment cycle, and NVIDIA's powerful graphics processing units, GPUs, are an essential buy in this context. They power important AI tasks, and cloud providers will want to make them accessible given how well-liked they are by users. The second crucial issue is that later this year, NVIDIA intends to release the Rubin platform, its upcoming update. This is a component of NVIDIA's promise to improve its GPUs every year. Customers want to get in on the newest AI advances to power their projects, so it's logical to expect this momentum to continue, given the great demand for the previous releases, Blackwell and Blackwell Ultra. The stock price of NVIDIA may rise as a result of all of this. At 22 times forward earnings expectations, NVIDIA is currently trading at an exceptionally low price. Additionally, this might persuade investors to purchase NVIDIA stock, which would raise its value. Could it, however, hit $300 per share? As I stated a few weeks ago, I think NVIDIA might reach roughly $250 this year. This is a 37% increase from the market closing on March 2nd and a reachable market value of over $6 trillion. Nevertheless, NVIDIA's stock may rise above $300 by the end of the year if the general state of the stock market improves and the doubts that have been bothering investors fade. However, I believe my first scenario might be more plausible. In any event, the good news is that this leading AI stock has the ability to grow over time and provide long-term investors with a significant profit. 5 businesses alone are expected to spend almost $700 billion on data center capital expenditures this year, indicating that planned investment on artificial intelligence, AI infrastructure, is skyrocketing. Cathie Wood, the fund manager at ARK Invest, predicted earlier this year that AI infrastructure capital expenditures might reach $1.4 trillion by 2030, indicating that investment is likely to continue. NVIDIA will continue to be one of the main recipients of all this investment. Since the company's graphics processing units, GPUs, are the primary processors used to execute inference and train AI models, it dominates the market for AI chips. The business has a 90% market share in the GPU industry, thanks to the unquenchable demand for its chips. The broad moat that Nvidia's ecosystem has produced accounts for its dominance in the AI processor market. It is especially good at training because almost all of the fundamental AI code was created and tuned for its chips using its CUDA software platform. Nvidia's NVDA Link interconnect solution, which essentially makes its chips function as a single, potent unit, has also had a significant lock-in effect. The company's fastest-growing division has been networking, as evidenced by the more than 3.5x increase in revenue to $11 billion in the most recent quarter. Join our investor community. Hit subscribe and like to get your daily Nvidia stock insights and tutorials delivered. Nvidia's total sales jumped 73% year-over-year to $62.3 billion in the most recent quarter, and the company sees no signs of slowing down. In the first quarter of fiscal 2027, revenue is expected to climb 77% to $78 billion. To secure future capacity, the company is still working closely with Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. For its part, TSMC projected that over the following few years, its AI revenue growth would average more than 50% yearly. A stock price of at least $500 by the end of 2030. According to current projections, Nvidia is expected to make $365 billion this fiscal year, which represents a rise of over 65%. Since its fiscal year ends in January, its revenue would be over $1.2 trillion if it could maintain a compound annual revenue growth rate of 27.5% through fiscal year 2032, which is practically calendar year 2031. Nvidia could make over $627 billion in adjusted earnings in fiscal 2032, or roughly $25.81 per share at its current share count of 24.3 billion. If adjusted operating expenses increased by an average of 8% from quarter to quarter through fiscal 2031, and gross margins stayed at roughly 72%. This is assuming that the company's operating income is taxed at a rate of 15%. The stock's share price would be between $515 and $650 in 5 years at the end of the year 2030 if I used a 20 to 25 forward price-to-earnings ratio to my fiscal 2032 predictions. An outline of its potential revenue and earnings based on these estimations is shown below. The AI stock is a good investment because it is now trading below $200. According to a Financial Times report on Thursday, Nvidia has shifted manufacturing capacity at Taiwan's TSMC toward its next-generation Vera Rubin platform by ceasing production of H200 chips that were intended for China. The move, which was made less than a week after Nvidia released its full-year results, gives real operational weight to a statement that was almost a footnote in those results. The firm stated in its forward outlook that it was not assuming any data center income from China. Some analysts at the time interpreted that announcement as careful housekeeping. It now appears to be a declaration of determined intent. What the findings revealed. On February 25th, Nvidia announced record quarterly sales of $68.1 billion, up 73% from the previous year. Nearly all of this income, $62.3 billion or more than 91% of total revenue, came from its data center division. Revenue increased by 65% to $215.9 billion for the entire fiscal year. The company's current quarter guidance of $78 billion was significantly more than the $72.6 billion experts had anticipated. Not a single dollar from China's data center market was assumed in any of it. In the fourth quarter, the H200 brought in zero money. Nvidia made it clear that it did not anticipate revenue from Chinese data centers. Some analysts at the time continued to see China as a possible upside, a latent source of income that may become active if Beijing permitted imports. It is evident from Thursday's production halt that Nvidia is no longer planning its manufacture around that potentiality. H200 exports to China were officially authorized by the Trump administration in January, provided that the U.S. government was paid a 25% sales tax. According to reports, Chinese IT businesses ordered around 2 million chips for 2026, compared to Nvidia's about 700,000 unit stock. The business opportunity appeared to be substantial, meeting even a fraction of that demand at about $27,000 per chip would have generated several billions of dollars in additional revenue. According to reports, ByteDance alone was willing to spend over $13.8 billion this year, up from approximately $11.7 billion in 2025, on Nvidia chips. However, the orders were never shipped. Washington had authorized imports, but Beijing had not publicly approved them. In an effort to safeguard domestic semiconductor industries, Chinese officials reportedly considered enacting a law requiring domestic chip purchases in addition to any imports of H200. Early in January, the Chinese government requested that certain IT firms temporarily halt their H200 orders while officials worked out the details. No one had sold, according to a Commerce Department official last month. Why production capability was unable to wait? Due to TSMC's limited production capability, any wafer used for one product cannot be used for another. That resource is now more urgently needed by Nvidia. Vera Rubin, which was revealed in January at CES 2026, is currently in full production on a 3nm process at TSMC. The platform provides 5 times the output of the Blackwell generation it replaces, with an inference performance of about 50 petaflops. With AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft, and Oracle among the first cloud providers committed to deployments, partner availability is scheduled for the second half of 2026. Last week, Jensen Huang told analysts that the business anticipates sequential revenue growth throughout 2026, and that, in his opinion, the $500 billion order book for Blackwell and Rubin was now overly conservative. The H200, on the other hand, is based on Hopper architecture and uses TSMC's older 4nm process, which is 2 full generations behind the current standard. It is still the most potent processor that Nvidia is allowed to sell in China, but Nvidia was unable to maintain the trade-off of maintaining production capacity for a product without a proven revenue flow, while a much more lucrative platform ramps up with confirmed orders. China's implications. A chip that provided a significant performance boost above domestically available chips is no longer available to Chinese AI businesses. The H20 was an older export-compliant chip that was later restricted, while the H200 offers 6 times the floating-point performance. With its Ascend processors, Huawei has been catching up, but the H200's compute density for AI training is still higher than what regional vendors can match. The larger issue is systemic. Currently in production, Vera Rubin offers performance about 22 times that of the chips Nvidia is ordinarily allowed to sell in China, but it is not accessible to Chinese consumers due to current export control regulations. The distance between what the rest of the world is using and what China's AI sector can access gets wider with each successive generation. Nvidia's computation. Vera Rubin has a sizable, well-funded, and regulatory uncertainty-free Western market. Vera Rubin NVL72 rack-scale systems are being installed throughout Microsoft's next-generation data centers. Deployments of CoreWeave, AWS, and Google Cloud are planned for the second half of 2026. The top 5 cloud providers' combined hyperscaler capital investment for 2026 is currently close to $700 billion, with Nvidia accounting for a sizable portion of that total. In light of this, China was a conditional opportunity with a history of non-delivery and significant regulatory risk. According to last week's results, Nvidia is expanding at a rate of 73% each year in its absence. Without assuming any Chinese sales, the $78 billion Q1 projection exceeded expectations by about $5 billion. The logical conclusion of that arithmetic is the production halt. The larger image. The change demonstrates the extent to which the AI supply chain has been altered by U.S. export restrictions. Due to low demand, Nvidia is staying in China. There is a genuine demand. It is rerouting capacity because its own results have shown that China is not a prerequisite for the growth story, and since the regulatory environment makes the trade-off unfavorable against confirmed orders elsewhere. The outcome is not entirely positive for Washington. China's access to cutting-edge chips has been restricted by the limitations. Additionally, they have provided Western hyperscalers with an unobstructed runway for developing next-generation AI infrastructure. Instead of being used for Chinese orders, TSMC's capability is being used to put Vera Rubin systems in data centers throughout Europe and the US. Nvidia appeared to be operating at full capacity without China based on its findings from last week. The news on Thursday confirmed that's how it plans to remain. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.
Nvidia seem attractive to you? You know, I know a lot of these Mag 7 names have been beaten down. The AI trade has been hot and not, and the AI frenzy still seems to be somewhat alive, but rotating and molding and changing its shape. But it's still attractive to many in some way, shape, or form. What is it about Nvidia that's attractive to you?
Yeah, you know, I sound like a broken record. We've been saying this for 3 years plus. This is the penultimate picks and shovels of the AI infrastructure change. And it's really more of a revolution than it is an evolution. NVIDIA is well positioned. And I think actually right now is a very interesting time to be accumulating the stock. We own it. We've owned it for some time. But if you go back 6 months, the stock was trading north of 38 times forward earnings. They've done nothing but grow and exceed expectations for those last few quarters. And now we're at a market multiple closer to 21 times forward. So, you know, the nice thing is this company's growing so fast, it never stays very expensive. And I think this is still the number one play in the space. This is an early innings process. Our artificial intelligence is going to take a decade plus, in our opinion, to play out. So there's opportunities to make these longer term purchases at better prices. And right now, this just looks like a better price to us.